So I must say, I've just took great satisfaction in. Obviously, I'm in bed, um, but watching the wife get up, go to work, in the fairness out here, when the only thing I'm going to be doing is laid in front of the fan all day with the dog, which is down there. Yeah, this weather's awful. Um, I know people rave about the hot weather, but it's just not for me. It's do you know my favourite time of the year is so when August is out the way, September the 1st, all the Halloween stuff is in the shops. And you've got September, looking forward to Halloween. Obviously, Halloween itself, October, November, and obviously Christmas, December. So those 4 months, and obviously the weather's far more comfortable. Um, yeah, no, do you know what? Today I'm going to be laid in bed, um, watching Jack the Ripper documentaries, and do you know? I just said this at the wife there. So can I take? I can't even take the dog out. That's how hot it is. Um, it would kind of be classed as animal cruelty if I took the dog out. And in this house, in our house, the Boyle household, the dogs get treated better than the kids. Well, my son's not a kid anymore now. He was 18 the other week, but they literally treat better than humans. So yeah. Uh, Michael Shower's book is out next week. Today's a Friday. In fact, it's out in about 3 days. Members only. Um, my very last in the true crime, and I mean last. Um, there was books over the years I would have loved to have done. I would have given a limb to have done, and there weren't to be. Particularly Lee Duffy's close friend, because I knew how good his memory was, and not the one who knew him 8 weeks, who made a career of him, the one who was with him every minute of the day. Um, well, particularly for the last 16 months, it was like so. There was kind of things like that I tried, and book 24 is out next week, and I would have done a few more, but it was just not to be. So Michael Showers will be 24, Ray Morton will be 25, Junior Witt will be 26, Mickey Duff will be 27. They're done. They're just not yet released. Henry Wharton will be 28. Brian Clough will be 29. And I haven't quite decided 30 yet, but I'm going to call it a day after 30 and do other things in life. Maybe try and get back jogging again, play the guitar, maybe concentrate on the documentaries, maybe get into acting, or I don't know. I always like to do something, but the books is just too. If you take a book on you, and I work full time as well, so when I come in, so I've been working like 5 6 nights a week for months now. I'm back down to 4, so I've got a bit more time. Hence the reason why I'm laid in bed with the fan on. Um, yeah, it's just too time consuming. If I definitely pack in, if I don't pack in, I'm definitely going to have about 5 years off. Do you know what I mean? Just I only planned on doing one book, and then when I kind of like all addicts, when I stopped, I was like, what do I do now? And then obviously I kind of come across your Delroy Showers, your David Dumfords, your Ronnie Trelfalls, and I thought, right, I'll do a second book. And then when I was halfway through that second book, the publisher said to me, why don't you do a boxing book, which was Tales of Pugilism, and then do the Lee Duffy book 4? And if you can do 4 books, you'll be a proper author. And I was like, will I? And yeah, and that's how it happened. And I thought I'll do 4, and then obviously I just, got offers left, right, and centre. And book 24 is out within days, but that's how it all come about. And yeah, I suppose I was an accidental author, really. But it was good because it was positive. It kept me on the straight. Kind of. I rarely drink these days. I drink about twice a month. That's twice a month. But back then I was drinking 2 or 3 times a week. Um, so it was kind of a positive influence in my life. Plus, it was earning money for my family and all that kind of thing. But yeah, it's just too time consuming, and um, yeah, kind of did everything I really want. As I said, the only ones I really wanted to do were the Sykes ones, and then I suppose maybe Duffy was a natural progression, living in the middle for most of my life. And the Alan Thompson book was I would have did that for free. I was just the world's biggest Celtic supporter. It was never about the money for that. It was just like, let me do it. And only the ones certainly ones I shouldn't have done, but some of them were interesting, meeting interesting people along the way. But yeah, right. So I've got a busy day of laying in front of this fan, watching Jack the Ripper documentaries with the dog. I've had a cornetto for breakfast, and I think that's about as interesting as my day's gonna get. So I'm gonna lay here, and I'm gonna have a busy day. Aren't we, dog? Dogs are just wonderful creatures. They don't even realise how wonderful they are. They just wake up, get up, and fart and sniff and walk around, not just totally unintentionally making your life better. And if dogs could talk, I just would never bother with another human. I always feel better when it's a dog. I finished work the other day, I was walking home and I seen this dog, and it was a staffy called Nigel. And the owner tried to talk to me, and I felt like doing one of them, Pulp Fiction, where that guy goes, I didn't remember asking you a goddamn thing. I didn't speak to the owner, just spoke to Nigel, and then just went about my day. And I do that all the time. They're just wonderful creatures. But right, I've got to go because some of us have got to lay in bed all day doing nothing, uh, and you know, I feel good about it. I think I can get through this day. Fan on full blast, and yeah, it's very peoply. Never mind the weather; it's just too peoply out there. So I always remember. Sorry, I put a quote of the day out today on my business page, and as I've got older, I now fully comprehend and understand why Bigfoot stayed away from people. Anyway, big love, people. Uh, as I said, I'm going to be busy doing nothing today.